All right, back to Jimmy.
Right? I'm going to show this story now.
Yeah.
So it turns out this was the female gold medalist boxer. That's a female.
Yeah.
That's a female who also has male chromosomes and super high testosterone levels. Not high for a woman, but high for a man.
You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know to look at her.
That's a lady. So J.K. Rowling and Elon Musk have both been named in a criminal. This is from Variety. That's the picture that Variety chose to run. I didn't choose that picture. Variety chose that. Hollywood magazine Variety. I didn't choose that picture. Why do you think Variety chose that picture? J.K. Rowling and Elon Musk have both been named in a criminal complaint filed to French authorities over alleged acts of aggravated cyber harassment against Algerian boxer and newly crowned Olympic champion. How do you say her name? Iman Khalif?
Iman Khalif?
Yeah.
Imani Khalif.
There's nothing for this, right?
I'm going to say Imani Khalif.
Here we go. Watch this. So you can turn it down. As to the question of whether I qualify or not, whether I am not a woman or not, I have made many statements to the media saying that I fully qualify to take part in this competition. Well, what do you mean? You mean that you have XX chromosomes that make you a woman? No. You mean that you have low testosterone? No. What do you mean you fully qualify? It says so on my passport. That's how that's their standard. Here we go. And by the way, won the competition, her and one other female boxer who I won't get into that. I am a woman like any other woman.
Except way better at boxing. So we had on, now I'm not saying that she's trans. I'm not saying that. But if you have an XY chromosome and testes and you went through puberty as a male, you're not like every other woman. I was born a woman. I have lived as a woman. I compete as a woman. Okay, so I believe 2 out of the 3. I believe you lived as a woman and you compete as a woman. You're born with an XY chromosome. You were born with testes inside, but other people say also a vagina. So that's why it's confusing. And I'm not... Nice.
And I'm not saying that doesn't make for a hard life for a person. All I'm saying is that that doesn't make you a woman like every other woman. You're a little different.
Makes you a champion is what it makes you. Finally a woman that could do something. That's all that was missing? 2 non-descended balls? About time. Thank God for this woman.
Here we go. There's no doubt about that, she says. There are enemies of success. That is what I call them. So anybody who questions whether an XY chromosome person with high levels of testosterone who looks like that and won every match 5-0. You know, only one other woman in Olympic boxing history has ever won every match.
Well, start practicing, gals, because there's a new lady in town. She's better than you.
They are just enemies of success. So if you have any questions about it, you're just an enemy of success. And she's going to want you criminally prosecuted.
Yes, about time.
And just gives my gold medal an extra special taste because of their attacks. Also, so you should be happy then if it tastes extra special. Why would you want them criminally prosecuted? If it makes it extra special, you should be thanking them. J.K. Rowling and Elon Musk have both been named in a criminal complaint filed to French authorities over alleged acts of aggravated cyber harassment against Algerian boxer and newly crowned Olympic champion Iman Khalif. Nabil Boudi, the Paris-based attorney of Khalif, what a name, confirmed to Variety that both figures
were mentioned in the body of the complaint posted to the Anti-Online Hatred Center of the Paris prosecutor's office on Friday.
And did he go ahead and stick that up his vagina that has balls in it? Because why would they be able to enforce that?
In a statement sent to Variety, the Paris prosecutor's office, the National Center for the Fight Against Online Hatred. Oh my God. It's okay to, you should be allowed to hate someone.
Well, I love her, and I hate these people that are against success.
Well, then you're not supposed to hate. Is it okay to hate someone?
No, I'm going to be arrested.
Now you're going to be arrested.
Darn it. I'm going to Paris jail. It's freaky in there.
They received the complaint filed by Khalif and announced that an investigation had been launched.
Nice.
Because they hated her.
I'd like to see China cops do this.
I'd like to see that. On August 13th, the National Center for the Fight Against Online Hatred contacted the Central Office for the Fight Against Crimes Against Humanity and Hate Crimes to conduct an investigation into the counts of cyber harassment due to gender, public insult because of gender, public incitement to discrimination, and public insult because of origin.
Wait, I thought Muslims were the ones that were like real babies about nothing. Oh, wait, no, it's actually the West. That's weird. Remember?
Yes.
You drew our
You can't
prophet.
draw the...
We're mad.
Yeah.
You, baby, shut up. We have actual laws that are blasphemy laws with nothing to do with any God.
No God.
Just some maniac in France's feelings.
The lawsuit was filed against Twitter, which under French law means that it was filed against unknown persons. That ensures that the prosecution has all the latitude to be able to investigate against all people, including those who may have written hateful messages under pseudonyms.
Says Booty.
Says Booty. I could get arrested for just making fun of Booty, I think. The complaint nevertheless mentions famously controversial figures. You see why I wanted to save this for the live show, right? I should have. Now I'm angry. J.K. Rowling and Elon Musk are named in the lawsuit, among others, he said, adding that Donald Trump would be part of the investigation. Trump tweeted, "So whether or not he is named in our lawsuit, he will inevitably be looked into as part of the prosecution." This
I'd like to file hate crime against fat lesbian Jesus and that little girl standing in front of the guy with his balls hanging out.
Khalif, who on Saturday won the Olympic gold medal. I want to file a hate because she's saying that people are just they're what did she say?
Enemies of success.
Enemies of success. Isn't that hatred? Are you inciting hatred against me?
I hate successful women, Jimmy.
I don't know, Jimmy. I think Khalif sounds like a little bitch.
Takes a lot of balls to do this.
I'm filing a hate crime against that Australian breakdancer lady.
I would too. She spent much of 2024 Olympics in Paris at the center of a noisy and unpleasant dispute about her gender eligibility that reverberated around the world. Despite being born female and not identifying as, well, it says you.
Who gives a shit what you identify as for a sporting event, by the way? That doesn't even count. Okay?
She does
it literally
not.
is a biological thing. I don't care. How does that even factor in? How would that factor in unless you're an idiot?
So the Olympic Committee asserted scientifically this is not a man fighting as a woman.
Oh, yeah. The woman who got her face mashed in. She can't talk no more.
She faced a torrent of accusations and abuse over her gender simply because she has male chromosomes. And I was told, challenged the veracity of this, that she went through puberty as a male. That's the information I've gotten. Maybe I have false information.
So wait, what does that mean going through puberty as a male? Her outfit was different? What does that even mean? Does she have a dick or not? And balls or not? I mean, balls are a big part of it.
Well, I think puberty is about hormones, right?
Well, traditionally, and like being a man means two things.
So there's estrogen, and then there's testosterone. Testosterone is the male. And so I know that for a fact she had high levels of testosterone, not just high level for women. Again, this is just information I've read. So maybe challenge the veracity of it. But I read that she had high levels of testosterone, not for a woman, but for a man.
Here's two things traditionally that make a man: having a set of balls and beating the crap out of a woman.
Most of the attacks came via social media, particularly on Twitter, and the controversy was escalated when high-profile figures stepped into the fray. In one message to her 14.2 million followers, J.K. Rowling posted a picture from Khalif's fight with Italian boxer Angela Carini, accusing the former of being a man who was enjoying the distress of a woman he's just punched in the head.
Don't you mean success, J.K. Rowling? How come you're all this magical shit? You don't understand magical creatures that have balls and a pussy.
Musk, meanwhile, shared a post from swimmer Riley Gaines that claimed men don't belong in women's sports. The Twitter owner co-signed the message by writing, "Absolutely."
I want her brought to justice as well.
Trump posted a message with a picture from the fight with Karina, accompanied by the message, "I'll keep men out of women's sports."
There were no men there.
Booty also claimed that while the lawsuit was filed in France, it could target personalities overseas, pointing out that the prosecutor's office for combating online hate speech has the possibility to make requests for mutual legal assistance with other countries.
Oh, that sounds solid. That sounds like it'll work.
He added that there were agreements with the United States equivalent of the French office for combating online hate speech.
This ain't Canada, Frenchie. Suck our dicks that...
Logan Paul was also among those who attacked Khalif on social media, posting on Twitter following her win against Carini, quote, "This is the purest form of evil unfolding right before our eyes. A man was allowed to beat up a woman on a global stage, crushing her life dream while fighting for her deceased father. This delusion must end." Logan Paul later deleted the post and admitted that he might be guilty of spreading misinformation.
This asshole is suing CoffeeZilla for $1 million for exposing one of his major scams when he could just pay the money back that he agreed to do in the first place. Logan Paul, hilarious. What a piece of shit. By the way, I don't know what's going to happen to him with this crime he committed. Or maybe he'll be prosecuted for this before the actual real crime he did.
But for Booty, such apologies, including those that Khalif has received personally from prominent figures who tweeted derogatory comments, wouldn't change anything regarding the investigation. The lawsuit is filed and the facts remain. Khalif's complaint for online harassment is actually one of several filed with investigations launched during the Paris Olympics. Prosecutors are also investigating a complaint filed by Thomas Jolly, the artistic director of the opening and closing ceremonies, who said he was the target of threatening messages and insults and others from DJ Barbara Butch and celebrated drag queen... and celebrated drag queen Nikki Doll. Butch claimed she had received online harassment, death threats, and insults following the opening. Hey, welcome to the fucking world.
Wait, she's a woman, Barbara Butch?
Welcome to the world. You don't get to be insulated from people being mean and saying mean things.
Oh, you just got signed up to the investigation, my friend. Why do you hate success?
So here, this guy says, what we're asking is that the prosecution investigates not only these people, but whoever it feels necessary. If the case goes to court, they will stand trial, attorney Nabil Booty said to Variety. Booty said the lawsuit could target personalities overseas. I already read this. Khalif went viral after dominating in the Olympics despite failing a gender test the year prior.
Well, they've changed the rules of the gender test.
Yeah, now all you have to do is show your passport, I think.
They used to have a box that said, do you have a set of full balls?
Media outlets like AP, ESPN, and NBC are grossly misleading readers about a boxer, Emain Khalif. They refuse to mention that Khalif failed a gender test and has an XY chromosome. Instead, they blame right-wing media for gender misconceptions. She can't deny she has XY chromosomes.
I just love that J.K. Rowling, Miss Feminist, dark occult Harry Potter writer, is now being beaten by better women. I love that feminists have to take this. Hey, where are the feminists to do anything about this? Oh, it was a bullshit the whole time, I guess.
What do you mean?
Feminist was bullshit. That's why you don't see them no more. You don't see no more feminists because they all got into this shit.
Actually, I'm not a feminist anymore because my husband doesn't want me to be.
There's the spirit.
Okay, that's it for this week for us. You can see Kurt You can see Russell Dobular. You can see Mike McRae. And you can see Alex Jones this Friday at the Ramova Theater in Chicago. There's just a few tickets left. And then the next night, we're going to be in Grand Rapids, Michigan, eh? So we'll see you there in Grand Rapids at the Wealthy Theater. Kurt, do you have anything you want to announce? Anything?
I'll just see you at the theater, and then go on kurtmestercomedy.com for my September dates. All right. I'll see you Friday.
All right. See you Friday, buddy. You got your ticket, right?
Hmm?
Okay, good.
Right.
All right. Now I got to read this? Hey, what do...
Can I have a nice screen?
Hey, what do presidential candidate Kamala Harris or even former President Barack Hussein Obama have in common with our Rumble 1775 coffee? Absolutely nothing at all. Because we don't lie about our... What is this? I can't read this. Okay. Yeah, I can't read it. You fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding? Did you read that before you gave it to me?
I printed.
Are you what are they fucking doing?
You know what? You should still do an ad your style with that. You should just go, I drink it. Well, I don't drink it. Actually, Steph drinks it. So look it over and I'll read some chats. How about that? That China guy, I looked him up. He's an entrepreneur in China. We need to peer behind the great firewall of China. It keeps them propagandized, but also keeps the truth from reaching us. Oh, really?
That whole thing is ridiculous. There's no such thing as woke.
You can show Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yes, that's good. Good choice.
Jesus H. You're supporting free speech. Isn't that enough? You got to go put all that other
Really, I wanted you to do that take with just like bitching about the copy. That's funny to me.
Hey, Rumble Time viewers. As you know, this live show is in partnership with Rumble, a leader in free speech and creator. That's not. As you know, this live show is in partnership with Rumble, a leader in free speech and creator in... Oh, I got it. Hey, Rumble Time viewers. As you know, this live show is in partnership with Rumble, a leader in free speech and creator independence. Recently, they joined X to sue... That's Twitter. Recently, they joined Twitter to sue a cartel of advertisers and ad agencies who conspired to block ad revenue from going to certain platforms like... So, Jimmy can riff on his own and talk about how big brands... Oh, yeah. So, it's funny that, you know, Ford, General Motors, Coca-Cola, Downey, Boeing, all of them they'll all advertise on Fox News. But somehow they've been scared away from Rumble because somehow Rumble is too right-wing for them. But Rumble has Glenn Greenwald on. Rumble has me on. Rumble has Russell Brand. Rumble has now they have even shitlib Rachel, what's her name? Crystal Ball. Yeah, shitlib Crystal Ball is now on Rumble. So what they're afraid of is free speech. They want advertisers to be afraid of free speech. Who wants them to be? CNN, New York Times, Washington Post, the people we compete against, MSNBC. They want them to be afraid of places like Rumble because we provide an alternative. They did the same thing to YouTube. Because when there's independent news, they want to suppress it. Now YouTube does suppress it for them. Rumble doesn't. So as a way to rally around these issues, Rumble recently launched Rumble Premium. That's an ad-free viewing experience with a ton of great perks. Dive straight into your favorite content, whether on mobile, desktop, or smart TV, and savor every uninterrupted second.
Upgrade to Rumble Premium today and transform your entertainment experience. Subscribe at rumble.com/premium and help support free speech. Okay.
That was really nice, kiddo.
Thank you.
Do you want to tell people where they can see you?
They can see, they can see me this Friday in Chicago, Saturday in Grand Rapids, and then we're going to be in Tempe, Arizona, and we're going to be somewhere else, right? We're going to be in Atlanta, Georgia, actually Duluth, and then we'll be in Jacksonville, Florida. So go to jimmydore.com and get links for those tickets.
All right. Hold on. You know what? Let's see. Damnation. Yeah, if you can do my thing. Zip.
My zip's not zipped?
Stand by, ladies and gentlemen. Standing by. Go have a little powwow about what's interesting about life. What's the top stories? And then, Jimmy, after I do this read, I got to take the little girl to go spend the night somewhere for a week.
Oh, okay.
That's so sad. I don't like that. She's so adorable. Let's put that there. All right. These are...
Here you go, man. Hi, what are you doing?
Chilling, man.
Are you homeless?
Yeah, I stayed here to get out of the rain last night.
Enjoy your time, buddy.
All right, thank you.
If I were Rabbi Shmuley and diddle-diddle-diddle-digga-digga-diddle-dum, all day long I'd diddle little bums. If I were a Shmuley man, I'd peddle all my dildos, dreidel dildos, selling dildos with my daughter and her mum. If I were a Jewish Shmuley man, I'd be digging with a dildo in my bum. I'd wear a grotesque nose and go grab some goyim right on the nipple with a pinch. A Shabbos lap dance brace for the youngest mensch.
At this time, more than any other time, you know, revolution is necessary. It is necessary. Not only based on what has happened with the MOVE organization, you know, the babies that have been murdered, you know, MOVE adults that have been murdered, bombs being dropped on us, but past that to what is happening with all black people so-called minority people, money poor people. This government, as has been said earlier, has waged war on us. But something about us, particularly here in America, we don't really understand that. We don't really know what war is, for black people, for poor people, that people see as good, that they wasn't forced to do, that they didn't do to try to keep black people appeased, and calm down so that black people wouldn't riot. A prison situation is a crystallized example of that. You can make phone calls in prison. They have movies in prison. But they don't have those things because they just want to be nice to prisoners. They have those things because they know damn well if they don't have, people being able to contact their family, if they don't have, facilities for people to sit there and watch movies, people are going to be frustrated, upset, and they're going to direct that frustration at them prison administrators. And they're going to have riots on their hands. They're going to have people in them prisons turning them prisons out. That's why they have movies. That's why they have access to phones the way they do. And a stop to it when we don't like it, or encouraging it when it's something that's in our interest. We have to call the shots. The people have to take the reins of this system and start dictating, what we need, what needs to be done. And, taking the initiative to do it ourselves. We can't rely on this system. Don't people see what's happening? Every single confrontation that MOVE people have been involved in, every single issue, oppression, economic issues, every single issue facing our people, is something that can be dealt with very, very simply. All people got to do is make their wishes known. All people have to do is stand up and say, listen, we're not accepting that. Unity is the key. Unity is the key to revolution. Revolution ain't nothing to be afraid of. It ain't nothing to shy away from. Revolution, contrary to what officials, this system and those backing the officials running the system, want people to believe that revolution means violence, means blood in the street. I'm saying it can get to that point, but it don't have to be violent. When people come together and take a strong stand on an issue, this government don't have no choice but to listen. Where you think they get their authority from? They don't have no power, but they do have authority to do certain things. Where you think they get it from? They get it from us, from the people. They get it from us accepting the things that they do to be done to stop it. Then you have some people who want to then turn around and say, yeah, well, it's the best we have, and want to make excuses. The time for excuses is over. It's over. Every man, woman, and child has to be involved in this revolution. Not only has to be, but is, whether you want to be or not. Our babies gave their lives for this revolution on May 13th. Men, women, and children were murdered. And not just MOVE babies. What about all of the young men, women, children 8, 9 years old shot down on the street by cops, by drug pushers? Where do you think that mentality comes from? It comes from this system, from the mentality of this system of getting over, making a quick buck. I'm saying that's where that needs to be done to stop it. Then, what I want people to really, really understand is that it's past time. It is past time for poor people, black people, to realize that this system has failed you. It has failed you. You can't get nothing from it. And what people got to do is withdraw our support from it and start doing for ourselves. That's what we got to do. How long are people going to sit back and beg you know, this government to do what's right when for hundreds of years, all you've gotten is a slap in the face. All you've gotten is this government kicking your ass. That's all. That's all black people have ever gotten from this government.
Hey, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down there for more AM Joy and the rest of MSNBC. And click on any of the videos right here to watch the latest interviews and highlights. And you can get more videos from MSNBC for free every day with our newsletters. Just visit